So this is Baruch, and we're looking now into the famous PATACH Eliyahu. Let me get this up here. There it is. And Eliyahu, the prophet, had been, the Malach had been saying, Eliyahu had been saying the following things. We're on page Tav Tzadibot. Netzav Achod Trin Shokim, reading the black print only. Bisod Siyum de Gufa. Os Bris Kodesh, and going through all the different parts of Zer Anpin, really. He said of a Malchus Peh, and then there's a Malchus, which is the mouth. And we talked about that, the connection between Malchus and the Torah Sod of Zer Anpin is a pad-to-pad type of situation, and Malchus winds up growing like, say, for example, a worm that is feeding, and as it feeds, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's not good analogy, but it gives you an idea of how filling up, say, like a balloon. And you put more air into it, which sounds pretty good because, not metaphor actually, because Zer Anpin is the concept of avir, of ruach. So let's go. So he says, Malchus Nikros Peh, so she's called that, and we learned something last week on this. But we want to talk about Malchus by herself. That's the Torah Shbal Peh. The parts of Torah Shbal Peh. This is the Torah Shbal Peh Koreanly. It's called Baal Peh. Now, Baal Peh means different things, and here we think it mostly means that it means it's passed down, not in a written form, but by speaking. So he says, Torah Shbal Peh, Korean law, Ki Hashisha Kitzvah Shel Zer Anpin, because Zer Anpin, Nikroim Torah Shebechsav, are called Torah Shebechsav. That's Chagat Nai of Zer Anpin. Umalchus, he's so Torah Shbal Peh, she's the Torah that, now Al means above the mouth. Exactly what does that mean? So there's different ways, like I said before, Shbal Peh usually means that it's transferred by mouth, one to the next, and you gotta say like that. Let's look at number A, down below. Number A, Ki Hashisha Kitzvah's Chagat Nai, Shechazban Namala, that we were talking about again. This is the body of Zer Anpin. Heim so Torah Shebechsav, it's the secret of the written Torah. Kamosha Kosev Eitz Chaim, he says over there, other places. Malchus Nukvid is Zer Anpin should be called Olim v'Olim, because in every Olim there is going to be a Keter all the way down to Malchus. Afal Pi She Bechinas Peh Shel Zer Anpin, and even though she's the aspect of the Peh of Zer Anpin, because she is attached to the Pia Amma of Zer Anpin, Im Kol Zer Abachi parts of Bifnei Atzmo, she's a parts of by itself. The Nikros Torah Shbal Peh, so this comes from the Ber L'Chai Rawi. Let's see, that's a pirush, and let's see a little bit more. So he writes like this: of the Sefer Shari Ora, that Sefer, Kosev Bezel L'Shono, this is what he wrote, and this is what he said. His Bonin Talmud, try to understand this all the time, be aware of this. Ya'amidach Hazos Nikros Talmud Torah Shbal Peh. Okay? So we're quoting, remember? V'chatam ki terech Hashem shuhu Torah shebechsav, because the name Havaya goes with the concept of Zer Anpin. Yisach v'besoch midazu shochenes b'midazu shochenes, in this midah, that is the midah of the mouth, the midah of Malchus. That's where the name Yud-Kei Vav-Kei is found. It dwells there. The Torah Shbal Peh, hikamo ohel va'aron the Torah Shebechsav. It's like a tent, or it's like a cabinet, in which fits the Torah Shebechsav. Al picha Torah Shbal Peh. So therefore, according to the Torah Shbal Peh, is ba'aron kol chasodos. That's because because of that, the fact that the Torah Shebechsav is inside and dwells within Malchus. The Malchus is the place where all of these things are sorted out. Kol hasodos v'asdarim, all the secrets, all the contradictions even, in the Torah, v'omkim hane'olomim b'Torah shebechsav, and the depth that's really hidden inside of the Torah shebechsav. V'alzech ne'emer ki yifla mincha davar l'mishpat, bein dam l'dam bein din l'din. So you have problems, you have different contradictions. Secha kolomar, you find yourself in the depths of the Torah Shebechsav. You don't understand it. Ma kasiv, what is written next to that? V'asisa al pi hadavar asher yigidu loch. So start quotes like this, and you shall do according, notice the word P is over here, hadavar, which is Lashon Dibor, speaking, asher yigidu loch, there should be said to you. So the Torah Shbal Peh, it's a Torah that has to do with mouth, which has to do with speaking. And he goes on. So he says, and don't turn from the thing that you did, asher yigidu loch, that I told you, yaminu small. So you have to understand like this, that we understand, we're going to hear this as we're going forward. So when we talk about the Torah Shbal Peh, you see these words. V'yomer, then it said, of B'milas ve'ezos, and it says this, something definite, v'leseder hakol b'picho, and to order the whole thing in your mouth. Now, he has more to say. So he says, V'yesh li l'hamidecha al yisod dak. Let me stand you or put you in a position where you can see something very, very difficult to see. So dak means a secret that is very thin. In other words, the entrance to understanding this is very, very, very thin. Da she'ein l'Torah Shbal Peh. Know this. In the Torah Shbal Peh, you only have shefa. She has only receives shefa, the ability to become closer to the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. She can only get it from the written Torah. And the only way to enter into the Torah Shebechsav, until you see that there's a Torah Shbal Peh. And the secret is like this. Adni refers to Malchus. Shefa bracha ela me'ez shem havaya yizbarach. That only happens, is a quote. Only for the name he writes havaya like this. That only through Adni, which is Malchus, is it possible to have a real understanding of what's going on in the written Torah. So everything is explained over there. They need each other. So man, to understand what's going on in the Torah Shebechsav, that he needs Malchus. But Malchus, on the other hand, is empty without the Torah Shebechsav. And they join together one with the next. There's a sign for this that we say every day in Elenu. Havaya echad u'shmo echad. Hashem, the Yud Kei Vav Kei, and his name, which is Malchus, are one. Wrote Salomer Havaya Adni, the Kriyas Echad, that Havaya and Adni, you say them like together, they're like one entity. That's really the shir for today, and the PATACH Eliyahu, Baruch Fleischman.